Hello guys, very good morning. Today is second day of this series and today's problem is valid anagram. Two strings were given. We have to determine whether both the strings has equal letters or not. Okay, they may be in different order, but if both have equal letters, then they both are called valid anagram. Let us say a word is ABC and another word is CBA. Then our result should be true. If a word is hello and another word hi, so the result is false because only H letter is common in these two, but rest letters are not. Okay. So first let us discuss about the brute force approach. Sort both the strings. Suppose we have two strings HELLO and ELSLO. Okay, so its result will be true, right? Now let us sort these two strings. So if we sort, then first we will get E, right? Then H, then L, then O, right? And don't need autocorrect, brother. Why are you doing EHLLO? Okay. Now, if you sort the second word, then it will also be EHLLO, right? Now, if you compare, then we can find that both the strings are same, right? And why this is brute force approach? Because sorting ensures that all characters in both the string are arranged in the same order, but the complexity of sorting is big O of n log n, where n is the length of string. But in optimal approach, we will try to solve it in the time complexity of big O of n. So that we will discuss later. Let us write code for this brute force approach in TypeScript and golang. Let me create a function isAnagram brute force. Okay, because it is a brute force approach. It will take two parameters, string 1, which is of type string, right, and string 2, which is of type string again, and will return a boolean value, true or false, right? Now, if the length are different, then they can't be anagram, right? So no need to check it if the length are different. So what we will do, if s dot length is not equal t dot length, then we will return false. Okay, straightforward, right? But if length are equal, then we have to sort both the strings and then compare it, right? So s dot split will split the string into array of single letters, right? Then we will sort it. Okay. Then we will join it again to get the string. Okay. If you remember here, okay. So we converted this one to an array. So it will be something like this: H E L L O. Okay. Then we sorted it. So after sorting, it will give us E L L H. Sorry, H will be at second. EHLLO. Okay, after sorting, it will give us this array. Then we will join it again to get a string like this. Okay. Then we will do the same thing for T as well. So T dot split dot sort dot join. Okay. Now our results depend on this. If both are equal, then we will return true. If both are not equal, then we will return false. So let us store result somewhere and return that result. Okay. Instead of this, directly we can return it. Okay. Because if we store it in a variable, again it will take space, right? So to make it space optimized, let us return the value directly. Now we will check it. So console.log is anagram brute force and two strings. Let us say hello and ELHLO. Okay, its value should be true, right? Then let us check another one where the strings are of different length. Okay, its value should be false. And let us check another one where our string's length is same, but it is not an anagram. Okay. Now let us run our program. You can see the first one is true, second one false, and third one false. Means it is correct, right? Now let us write it using golang. So the same logic, I will not explain the logic again. Let us write the code directly. So we will import fmt sort and strings. Okay. Then let us create a function to sort string. Okay, it will accept a string and will also return a string. Slice equal strings dot split s. Okay, so first we split the string, then sort dot strings of this slice. Okay, then we will join it. So strings dot join slice comma empty string. Okay, now we will create the function isAnagram brute force. S and T both are string and it will return a boolean value, right? So if length are different, length of S not equal length of T, okay, then we will return false. Parenthesis not required here. Okay, if length of both the strings are same, then we will sort these and then compare, right? So return sort string of S equal sort string of T. Okay, now let us check it. So isAnagram brute force. Let me copy the same test cases for this Go as well. Okay, the second one is HELLO and hi. So HELLO and hi, and third one is rat and cat. Right? Now let us run the program. In line number 5, expected but not found, comma. Okay, sorry. So here import fmt sort and string. Okay, so our first one is returning true, then second and third are returning false. Now let us discuss about the the optimal approach. So in optimal approach, we will leverage the counting of character frequencies rather than sorting the entire string. Okay, so first check if the length of the strings are equal. If not, then we will return false. Okay, this use case is similar both in brute force and optimal approach. But the second approach is different. In brute force, we are sorting the string, then comparing. But here, we will use a frequency map or array to count the occurrence of each character in string. Okay, so for each character in string t, we will decrement the corresponding count in the frequency map. Okay, we will count the frequency of the first string s and will store it in an array. Then we will go through the characters of second string and will decrease it from that first frequency map. Okay, if any character count goes negative, it means t contains extra characters, so they are not anagrams. If all counts are 0 after processing both the strings, then the strings are anagrams, right? So let us go to TypeScript and write down the code for it. So function isAnagram optimal. Okay, and same, it will receive two strings and will return boolean value, right? And the first condition is same. If length is not equal, then it will return false, right? If length are same, then we will count character frequency of string s. Okay, so for let char of s let us create a object char count its key is of string type. Okay, and value is a number. It will store the number of characters present, and let us initialize it with empty object at the beginning. Okay, here char count of character equal char count of character plus 1. Okay, if it already exists earlier, otherwise it will start from 0, right? So if it is undefined char count of character, then we will specify 0 here. So for the first character, char count of char will be undefined, right? Because it does not exist. So at that time, it will store 0. Okay. But for second character, when it found another character, as previous character already stored, so it will get 1 in that case. So 1 plus 1 will be 2 for the second character. Let us take this example, HELLO. So when it gets H for first time, char count of H is undefined, right? So it will take this 0, then 0 plus 1 is 1. So H will be the key and value will be 1. Then for next character, E, again same thing. So key will be E and value will be 1. For L also same thing, but for second L, this char count of L is 1, right? In this object already stored that value. Then 1 plus 1 will be 2. So now we got our char count object, right? Then what we will do, we will decrease the frequency of char count object is right? By assessing string t, each characters of string t, right? So let us do that. For let char of t, okay, not this t, small t, lowercase letter t, right? Now if not char count of char, okay, suppose that letter does not exist in this object. If you take this example, the c does not exist, right? So it will return false. It is not an anagram, okay? But if it exists, then what it will do? Char count of char minus equal 1, okay? Then return false. Now we will use the same test cases, but this time with the function isAnagram optimal. Okay, so let us change brute force with optimal. And let us comment these three. Now run it. For the first one also, we are getting false. So let us debug it. Before returning the result, let us console log our char count. Sorry, this last one should return true, right? If everything is going fine, then it should return true. Yes, my bad here. It should work now. Let us run it. Yes, the first one is true and second and third is false. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to debug it, you can use console log to get the intermediate results and then you can debug it. Okay. So it is our isAnagram optimal. Now let us write isAnagram optimal in our golang. Okay. So let me open another window. Here we will write a function isAnagram optimal, which will accept s entry of string type. It will return boolean value. Okay, if length of s is not equal length of t, then we will return false. Okay, now let us create char count. Make map of roon integer. Okay, now for range s, char count of char plus plus. Okay, now we will decrease. So for cap range t, if car count of car equals 0, then return false. Otherwise, car count of car minus minus. Okay, and if this loop completed, then we will return true. Okay, and the same test cases we will use, but this time with this new function isAnagram optimal. Okay, now run the code. Error in line number 7. 𝗵𝗁 function, it is showing wrong here. Maybe yes, we need to write only 𝗵𝗁 for function. Okay, now let us run it. Yes, we got true for the first one and false for second and third. Okay, now if you need this code, then you can go to my GitHub profile or you can go to my LinkedIn. I am sharing there the GitHub link as well as this YouTube video link. Thank you.